Welcome to Fashionably Broke.
I'm kidding, don't use that.
Just wear whatever the hell you want.
Literally just...
We're living on a McDonald's budget.
Just because you're broke doesn't mean you have to dress like it.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of your favorite podcast, the best podcast ever, Fashionably Broke podcast. We're already at episode 90, which is like, hello, who, how, where, when, how, what's going on. 10 away from 100. Like, insane. Obviously, we've talked about it before. Episode 100 is going to be on New Year's Day. Not New Year's. Yeah, New Year's Day, which will also be our 2-year. So, very exciting.
Yes.
Can't wait.
Very excited. Closer and closer as the episodes go by.
Yeah.
And I can't believe, like, it's basically 10 weeks away. Like, the new year. That's insane.
Is it?
Yeah. I mean, 10 episodes, 10 weeks.
Oh my god. Yeah. I also am, like, kind of pissed, though, that New Year's is on a Wednesday. Because, like, why does it have to be in the middle of a week?
Yeah, that's, like, this year, too. Like, I think, doesn't Christmas fall?
Christmas is on, like, a Wednesday or, like, some sort of, like, Thursday. Sorry, I fixed my lights before we started, and I didn't put it back. Okay.
Yeah, Christmas falls on a Wednesday.
Like, what the hell?
Yeah, that's not fun.
No, it's not fun at all. That's going to make traveling not fun.
Yeah.
But that we have to look forward to, and very exciting stuff. I can't believe episode 90. Like, that's just crazy. I mean, soon enough, it's going to be harder and harder to keep count.
Yeah. No, literally. I don't know how people, like, keep count of everything because I'm just like, what episode is it again?
Yeah.
But I'm glad we always have our notes, and I'm like, oh, last week was 89, 90 now.
Yeah. But I also, this week, I feel like I'm literally rising from the dead because last week I was radio silent. But we can go ahead and get into our highs and lows. We can recap or any fun stuff that we have going on. Kassidy has a lot of really big and exciting updates. Me, not so much.
I feel like, I have, like, one, like, very big, exciting update, but I feel like other than that, not too much has been going on. But my high for this week, and I'm glad I can tell the podcast today because I literally told work today. I put my 2 weeks in today. So I'm starting a new position in 2 weeks. So I start on the 28th. Very excited, but also, like, very nervous. Just like starting somewhere new, doing something completely different. You know, it's just a little scary to get into, but I'm excited. I'm excited to grow within my career. I've decided to kind of make the pivot towards marketing. I mean, there's still some sales involved in it. I'm still in the tech industry, but I just thought marketing was the way for me to go. So I'm excited about that, but a little nervous as well. So that's my big high because that's something I've been wanting for a very, very long time. I know I haven't informed y'all because you can't really talk about it publicly. But yeah, that's exciting. And then this weekend was Tarleton Homecoming. So I got to go back to Stephenville, see everyone, have fun with everyone. I'm not in college anymore. I can't do it like I was in college. I mean, by 9 p.m. I was like, anyone else ready to go home? Yeah.
Oh my god.
And it's weird because, like, I went to a smaller school, and it's just not like that anymore. Like, since we've gone D1, things have gotten crazy. Like, the amount of people who go there, like, not everyone knows everyone. And, like, sometimes I feel when the schools start to get bigger, the more, like, homey and inviting, like, kind of goes out the door. But I mean, it was still a fun time. It's just, you know, I liked, you know, the little hillbilly town of us knowing anyone and everyone, but that's also because I'm old as hell now. So
yeah,
it is
yeah, exactly. You probably don't know many people, but I feel like they probably all still. Cause, I mean, Tarleton's very like rich on their traditions, so I feel like it probably is still that. to some sense, of course, it's grown, but like you coming back and being like, okay, I've been graduated for 4 or 5 years. I don't know anyone. I don't know all of the changes, so it's probably very different.
Yeah, no, I haven't been there in years, and like the changes that have been like done to like the actual campus as well as like Stephenville itself is like insane. The amount of shops they have, the places they have to eat, I'm like, this is actually freaking insane. Like, I'm sorry, where was this when I was going to school here? Because we did not have literally anything.
Damn.
But yeah, it was good to go there. It was good to catch up with, you know, everyone who was there for homecoming. My low. I don't really know. Putting in my 2 weeks probably, like that's just always an awkward,
it's always hard,
weird, hard thing to do, and it's just like but at the end of the day, I feel like I just want to say, like, you have to do what's best for you, and like you're progressing in your career, like something came along that you've been wanting, that you interviewed for, that you worked hard for, and like don't ever feel bad about that, because there are tons of companies who will just fire you and never look back and not care in the end.
Yeah, very, very, very true.
So always do what's best for yourself, even if it is a hard thing to do, an awkward, weird thing to do, as putting your 2 weeks always freaking is. But yeah, that's kind of my updates on my end. So very exciting, the start of something new, and we'll see how it goes. I'm excited.
I'm so proud of you. That's so exciting.
Thank you.
I'm so proud.
It is. What about you? Highs, lows? How was this weekend? Did we survive?
I barely survived. Like, I'm telling you, I did not. Last week was probably one of the most insane weeks ever. It was one where it was just like, all right, go to work, go home, go straight to sleep, wake up, go to work, get home, do more work, go to sleep. Like, there was no, it was insane. But it was the Nashville Whiskey Festival, and everything went off without like a hitch, which was exciting. It was 3 full days of just craziness. Yeah. But thank God that it's over, because I think I worked like 70 something hours.
Jesus.
Yeah. So I know, like last week I talked about how I was supposed to go to a Titans tailgate. Absolutely could not. Absolutely, I couldn't even walk. I couldn't even walk on Sunday, because I literally, my bones, like I thought I broke my legs. It was not. I was very unwell. So pretty much Sunday I just slept and rested all day, just because I was completely worn out and exhausted. But
hey, as you should. We posted on our photo dump that she walked like 15 miles in one day. Like, the way your feet hurt so bad. Like,
and that
I walked like 10 miles at Disney World, and bro, I got up the next morning, like, you physically can't walk on your feet.
Yeah, and that was just Saturday. Friday, I don't know. I don't even know how much I walked. And then Thursday, I walked over 20,000 steps. So I don't even know the mileage on that. But all that in like work shoes, not the most ideal. But I do have to say that I feel like, you know, that's like my marathon prep. And I'm like, okay, I don't have to work out for the next month.
Exactly. You said I burned the hell out of those calories.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, yeah, I mean, I really, obviously, other than working, like I said, it was just a very crazy week. So I feel like I've been completely in the dark with everything. Like, I've not been on any social media until like today. So I'm like finally catching up on everything that's happened since last week. And so I'm like, okay, now I'm like, I feel like I'm re-entering the world, and like had a day off. So, you know, just a little self-care here and there. And then finally today I caught up on probably about like 3 or 4 months worth of laundry. Probably not that much, but like baskets on baskets on baskets, folded, put away.
Nice.
So I know that's not a lot, but if you know me, you know laundry is actually like my arch nemesis. I will wash it all day long, but if I have to fold it and put it away, I'd rather just fold it and keep it in a basket and then never put it away. So we finally got through all of that. I think I still have like one more basket to put away. But it was a lot of laundry. So then it made me realize exactly how many clothes that I truly do have. So the piles have already started of like, okay, this needs to go. This has got to go because I truly can't fit it all in my closet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your closet's pretty huge.
Yeah, I need a bigger closet. That's for damn sure. And so that's pretty much it on like anything I did this weekend. Highs and lows, to be honest, everything has been a blur. So I don't even know. I'm finally starting to like be able to think about something other than whiskey.
Right.
Truly whiskey. No, but I mean, I complain, but everything went like so good.
So good.
Compared to
Good.
like last year doing it for the first time. So that was like very encouraging, which was like exciting. Or just kind of like a good
that's
thing.
so good.
So, yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think highs and lows. I think I'm going to go to Knoxville this weekend for a Tennessee game. So I'm very excited. I've never been to Knoxville before. So we'll see how that goes.
Nice. No, that'll be fun.
Yeah. I have no idea what to wear. So the look
That's
for
like
that.
a problem every single time.
Yeah.
And we were talking about this last week. Well, I think we talk about this every single week.
Every day. I talk about it probably.
Every day. I mean, Maddie's go-to place to shop, ASOS. I can never find anything on ASOS. I will sit there and scroll and scroll and scroll, and I still can't find anything.
Yeah.
Zara, on the other hand, I could buy the whole place out online. And I know everyone's like, oh my God, Zara online sucks. I can't ever find anything. And I'm like, really? That website, like, I just use the app. I'm like, it's fabulous.
Yeah.
I love it.
I could, and I even like was looking on Zara today too to like find an outfit, but I also don't think it would get to me in time. But
So, I think it would.
really,
Zara is so fast.
Oh,
so
slay.
freaking fast.
my
Yeah.
only thing is like every time I buy something from Zara, it like is either huge. Like I've never really bought anything that fit me like perfectly from Zara. It's either huge or like literally can't even fit like my arm or my leg in it. So
Yeah,
like
no,
that's my
it's
only
definitely-
like reservation on anything Zara. But then it's like you go in store and it's always insane.
Yeah, that's the one thing is like these last few purchases from Zara, like everything I wore to Stephenville this weekend was like literally all Zara. Absolutely guessed on every size, and like everything worked out some way somehow.
Really? And then can you like return Zara, or do you have to go in store to return?
No, I'm pretty sure you can just
Ship
say
it back.
yeah, and you can go online and like press return. And it'll be like, here's your
Okay.
return label. But I've never returned. I've always done it in store just because like I'm going to like find something else or it just like worked out. But no, I'm pretty sure you can obviously send it back in, via UPS or
Because
FedEx.
the one thing, the Zara in Nashville, you will wait in line for an hour just
Really?
to get to the registers. It is that insane. That's why I'm like, I go, but then if I like don't find something that I absolutely am in love with and like can't live without, I'm not going to get it because I'm not going to wait in an hour line.
See, ours has gotten a lot better. I feel like it used
It
to be
sucks.
like that where there are lines everywhere.
Yeah.
But they got new like self-checkout registers and like they're so quick, so easy.
Really?
You literally put your clothes in a bin and it like scans like it some way somehow. Like you just set it down in a little bin and it will populate everything on the screen.
Interesting.
And I'm like, how does that happen?
Yeah, that is so interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have to figure out what I'm gonna wear for that, and I'm still trying to figure out what the hell to wear for Halloween. So yeah, that's what's going on, to be honest, in my life. Oh, other than I also think I'm gonna go to the LSU Alabama game. So
fun.
I'm gonna buy a flight to New Orleans to go to good old Baton Rouge, and I think that like all of my friends are gonna be in town for it. So that'll be very exciting. Yeah.
When
So I
is
can't
that?
wait. November. I think it's like the second weekend of November. Yeah, the 9th. So I'm very excited. And yeah, I think that's it. I'm like, I don't know what else.
That'll be fun.
I was just telling Kassidy before this, I was like, I'm scared I won't have anything to talk about this week because I'm just like, what's been happening?
It's finally like a breath of fresh air. Like Whiskey Fest is over.
Oh
like
my
you
God.
can breathe. I saw you posting TikToks today. They looked amazing.
Thanks.
And yeah, the rollers,
Well, it's hilarious. So, like, my hair, I know, like, never works with rollers. And I was like, you know what? I have time. And I was, like, kind of done. I needed a break from doing laundry. Of course, I slept in, so I didn't do, I wasn't that productive today, if we're being honest. But, like, obviously, I did a crap ton of laundry. So, I was like, all right, well, I don't know. Let's just play around. Like, let's do something with my hair. And so I was like, oh, I haven't done rollers in a really long time, like hot rollers.
Yeah.
So my hair looked so cute for the first 2 seconds I undid them. So cute. Now it is, you can't even tell I did literally anything to it. So I'm like,
yep.
It's just so pointless. So pointless.
Yeah, that's what makes me the most mad about rollers is like, at first they look so freaking good and like they fall so easily. My hair has been doing like a little better at holding them. But also something I noticed this weekend because I did hot rollers this weekend. And yeah, I guess it's because I'm not bleaching the shit out of my hair anymore. My hair is growing literally wicked fast.
I wish.
Like, I swear I just got a haircut and like look at how long it already is. Like my hair's too long for rollers. Like I can't fit it all in the roller anymore. And it's frustrating.
I know, like, I think every episode we've talked about my hair. I'm still really going back and forth on if I should just go dark or what. Because I just don't know what to do. I'm tired of bleaching it.
I wish I could tell you.
I've
just never seen you with dark hair. I have no idea.
See, but, okay, we say that. I think that I was just so blind. My hair, I've, like, looked back through pictures from, like, a couple years ago. My hair was so dark.
Like
dark.
Our cover photo. Our first cover photo.
My hair was literally brown. So I'm like, why am I so scared?
Oh, my God. No, it was not.
I'm like, why am I so scared to go dark? I mean, my roots are dark as hell. Like, I think I just need to, like, pull the trigger. But then I'm like, okay, I just feel like the transition, if I ever were to want to go back, would just be horrible.
So that's what Kristen's going through right now. She's going back blonde. And she's like, I just wanted it blonder, like the first time she went. And it's just a process.
It's a process. And I don't know.
It'll be fine.
I don't know.
You can always go back.
Yeah, I don't know. I also just feel like my personality is so, like, blonde hair.
Yeah. Just go, like, blonde.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I still have, like, a few weeks until I get my hair done.
Yeah.
Again. And then I also just wish I could, like, afford extensions, but I can't. Because I would just long hair, just instantly long hair. But obviously that can't happen.
I don't know how so many people afford extensions. If we're being so honest and upfront and realistic, there's just no. Well, I couldn't even afford to dye my hair, and that's why I stopped. What do you mean you're dyeing your hair with extensions, with lip filler, with Botox? Like, how? Well, what job are you working?
Yeah, I think it's just, like, one of those things where it's, like, you just kind of have to, like, pull the trigger. Sorry, I keep getting phone calls. But where you just have to, like, pull the trigger, or, like, it's, like, the one thing, like, okay, I've been saving up, or, like, I know I have enough money for it. I just need to be, like, okay with, like, spending it.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I could just never do that.
Because, like, I mean, I always think that about, like, other people, like, not in a bad, judgy way, but I'm just like, oh, well, how are they, like, being able to, like, how can they, go get extensions, or, like, how can they, like, afford, XYZ? And it's like, okay, well, technically I could, but it's just, that's something I'm not willing to budge on.
Yeah.
But then someone's probably thinking the same thing about me, buying XYZ or doing XYZ. And then it's like, that's just something that they're not willing to budge on. Yes, sure. Am I, like, is really any of us financially smart right now? Probably not.
Nope. I was just talking about that with my mom today. Just today.
But it's like,
hmm.
at the same time, I feel like sometimes, like, sometimes I feel like you do have to, like, treat yourself.
Yeah.
For, like, you know, big things. Because I was thinking about that even today. I was like, man, I feel like I've been just working, like, really, really hard and, like, you know, putting my all, you know, of course, towards, like, the festival, but just, like, in general, like, just constantly working. And so I'm like, like, I really want to treat myself. But then I'm like, okay, right now it's not financially smart. But I'm like, yes, it seems like I do treat myself a lot. But it's like, I really never, like, buy, like, a big ticket item that, like, I've been wanting. You know, I just keep wanting it. So I'm like, I've been thinking about that a lot. Just, like, you know.
What would you buy?
I mean, I don't know. I really, like, I don't really have any, like, super nice purses. I've never bought myself a really nice purse. I've barely bought myself, like, a nice wallet. So I, like, really want, like, a super good, just durable, nice purse that's going to last for years. And so I'm like, I've been debating on, like, getting something like that, or, you know, I don't know, just, like, investing in something for, like, myself. Like, I've really wanted. I don't know.
Yeah. Do it.
But I also change
Literally
my
do
mind
it.
every day, so I'm like,
Yeah, me as well. I have my Cartier rings. You
love
know.
it. I know, I was actually going to say, are those new?
Yeah. I got all this. All this is new.
I love.
I have my little bracelet to, like, ring.
Yes,
Chain.
I know. I've been wanting one.
Hand
I
chain.
have been wanting a hand chain for so long. And the ones that I always want, they're from Lily Clasp. They're always sold out.
Yeah.
Always. As soon as she restocks, they sell out within minutes. And I'm, like, on the list so that I can get a notification when she restocks. Every single time I go, sold out. So yesterday, I bought one from Electric Picks. So I'm excited for that to come in, because I also wanted one that, like, wouldn't tarnish, because I really only have, like, one nice good ring that is, like, real gold. And so obviously the one from Electric Picks is not real gold, but, you know, like, something that can last when I, like, wash my hands and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for that to come in. Can't wait.
Well, can't wait to see that, because I've absolutely loved mine. And I just went with, like, the normal chain. It has, like, no detailings, and I love it. It's been amazing. But it is an adjustment, like,
Getting used to it.
Yeah.
Have you, like, snagged it on anything? That's the one thing that I feel like is going to happen, because I move my hands way too much.
No, it's just, like, when you move your wrist forward, it, like, gets tight, and it's just like I don't like that feeling. But other than that, it's like I sometimes even, like, forget I have it on.
Oh, slay. I love it.
Yeah, but I don't take it off. I've been, like, sleeping in it, showering in it, everything.
Oh, I love
so
that.
It's just so hard to get on and off. I'm like, I'm not doing this.
Yeah. So I'm excited about that. But anything else new with you?
No, not really.
No?
That's about all.
One thing, okay, I, like, put it in the notes, and I just want to talk about it for a second. Oh, actually, I forgot that we have our NFL top 3
Oh, yeah.
that we have to get into. My bad. Okay, Kassidy.
So, crazy enough, I went with one team
For
across
everything?
the board, who had amazing outfits. Like, I looked up probably, like, 7 teams, and I was like, no way I'm just going to be disappointed again this week. No way.
This week sucked. It sucked. On looks.
Yes, but then I got to the New England Patriots. Oh,
See, I feel like I was impressed, I think, but, like, I don't know.
I loved it. So, my first one is Keon White for the Patriots. His was just, like, a cool vibe. It was literally, he was decked out in all Carhartt. He had, you know, Carhartt overalls, or, like, coverall things, a Carhartt jacket, and then a Carhartt beanie. And then he just had a hoodie, like, underneath his coveralls. I don't know, it just looks like really cool, and I feel like this is gonna sound so stupid, but sometimes I just think of like Carhartt as like, oh, like this is just so country and like get dirty and this and that, but there are also so many people who like dress it up or like buy it because they're like, ooh, I want Carhartt this, I want Carhartt that, and it's just like so versatile and like so many different people wear it. And so it's just cool to see like how other people style it, you know, in a stylish way compared to just like a work jacket you throw in the back of your truck. So I thought he looked great. Another one is Kendrick Bourne. I don't know if that's how you say his last name. Whatever. And he was just in like a light sage green suit, very tailored. And I've just been loving like the very, very tailored look. He has a button up on, but it's like the button ups that have no collars that just like they button it like all the way up. And I usually don't like that look, but I mean, it was, I don't know, it just was doing really good. It was giving like fall into winter. Like it made me feel like it was like crispy outside and just like cold weather. So I absolutely loved his. And I think the thing that attracted me to it the most was the color of green.
I love.
Yeah. And then my last one is Marco Wilson. I loved his. So it was like a brown, what looks like almost like a sweatsuit. He had like a zip up jacket on, and then he has these like very, very baggy pants, and then he has a fur coat on.
Oh, slay.
And there's fur cuffs around the legs of the sweatpants, and then he has like a big furry hat on as well.
Cute.
Yeah, so it was just giving like, I don't know, I loved it. They're just all very different, but I think Marco Wilson was my fave of the week overall because it was so...
I'm going to have to look him up.
And I love a good brown on brown moment with, you know, fur included and this and that. So those are mine, surprisingly, all from the same teams because it took some digging this week as well because I was going through and I was like, all we're wearing are t-shirts and jeans.
No, this week, last week, this weekend was definitely tough to find some, you know, stick out fashion in the NFL world. I feel like a lot of the players were just going super cash or, you know, of course, just like doing travel fits, like hoodies, shirts, pants. So I did a lot of digging and I feel like it's still kind of the same teams that I feel like I always go to, sort of. But, okay, first I have Von Bell with the Bengals. He was wearing this really cool patent leather brown jacket, just like a zip-up leather jacket, with a black Loewe tank top underneath with, like, their, of course, like, iconic logo, black baseball cap, chains, and then just black pants and dress shoes. It was a sick look. Honestly, it's very simple, but like I feel like everything just kind of came together really nicely. The jacket too, it just pops against the all black outfit. And the jacket is sick. Like I need to look up the brand because I mean it looks really, really nice. Next I have, let's see, his name is Roquan Smith. He's with the Ravens. And this one is like a little bit not out there. It looks like a very casual outfit. The pants I'm still like, I'm not sure if I love, but he's wearing just like a green sweater, just like a plain old simple sweater. He does have a chain on that is like some big chunky like gems. I don't hate it, which is kind of like, it's like it looks very like costume jewelry, but like the necklace against the green sweater is kind of a vibe. The pants, again, I'm really not so sure about. They're like a very, very texturized pant. They're just like a khaki color, but it almost looks like, the only way I know how to describe it is, I don't know if you've ever seen or felt like the Lululemon like work pants for men. Like they almost look like a dry fit like material in a sense, but basically it's just like a whole bunch of like cutouts in like a pattern. like all up and down his legs. So it almost looks like a 3.
I see it.
Yeah, like I don't know how to describe it. Like I don't know. I don't think I love the pants. I definitely do not love the shoes. I feel like he could have gone with some way cooler shoes, but the top half of his look, I like weirdly really like. And then I just
the fact he's
I
carrying
have an
an
Airwan
bag.
That was another thing. I was like, I also just like love the fact that he's literally just carrying an Airwan bag with him. He needed some snacks for the road. I don't know.
Yeah, literally.
Okay, and then my last pick is Stephon Diggs from the Texans. He is wearing basically just, and I had to catch a screenshot from a video, so it's kind of hard to see. But like he basically just has like a graphic tee on, some really nice black dress pants. But what like killed the look and sold the look is this Prada leather trench. It's like in a tannish color, patent leather, and it just looks so sick. I'm assuming, I couldn't really tell, I am assuming that it is Prada because the front pocket detail is in a triangle. So I am going to assume that it's Prada, but the trench I am absolutely loving. And then I think his bag, he has like a really big tote bag. I think that it is, again, it's blurry because I had to take a screenshot. I think it's Bodega, and it's like this cool, like orangey reddish color. So those were my picks for the week. It was really hard. It was really hard. I need these guys to do a little bit better.
Yeah, I feel like they've been doing well within like their layering. Like they have really cool like jackets. And then I've just seen a lot of like done up denim, you know, if that's just like patches on them, if that's a pattern on them, just a lot of like refurbished denim. I feel like that, you know, certain stylists are picking, or just like, I don't want to say like small companies are making, but something that's not as like well known of just like a homemade jean with like something on
I'm
it.
also just like loving all the bags. I definitely think that like too, Jacob Elordi has really like paved a way for men in handbags. I mean, of course you definitely have to have a lot of confidence. You don't have to, but like, you know, it is definitely like a little bit more of a bold move, but I 100% appreciate it. And I mean, I think that there's some really cool bags out there that definitely are versatile. They like don't have to be just for women. But some of the bags too that I've been seeing some of the players carry, like they're sick. So I'm really enjoying that as well.
Yeah, no, it's been great.
It really has. It has. But another thing I want to not really talk about, but like I guess kind of bring up. So because I like wasn't on social media at all, of course I was catching up like today from everything that I missed last week. But the one thing that like for some reason my For You page has been like feeding me, which I'm like, I don't really understand because I'm not a musical person at all. At all. I've seen 2 Broadway shows ever. One was The Lion King, one was Mean Girls. Like, I'm not a musical person at all. I saw Hairspray for the first time, I think, this year. So, but I'm actually kind of excited to go see Wicked.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know.
I feel like that's a huge one that, like, everyone loves, everyone talks about.
100%. I've never seen it. I don't really know. I mean, obviously, I know it is, like, the prequel to, like, The Wizard of Oz. It's about the good witch and then the bad witch. Again, I don't know anything. I know the song Defying Gravity's in it, and I only know that song because, like, when I was in middle school, I used to watch Glee. I really know nothing about it, but just everything that they've been pushing, I don't know. I'm very intrigued and very interested in watching it, I guess.
Yeah.
So I know that comes out, I think it's like November 22nd or something like that. Or I know it's like near Thanksgiving.
Is it just like a movie?
Yeah, I mean, it's basically the play in a movie. But I heard that
I haven't seen
oh
any
my
of
God.
that.
For some reason, I've been seeing so much of it. Which, again, I don't know why. But I've also, like, there's a lot of podcasts, too. Like, Brooke and Connor make a podcast. They always talk about it as well. And yeah, no, I think it like looks really cool. All of the like commercials that I've been seeing for it. And then too, Ariana Grande was on SNL this past weekend. And I've only been seeing clips on TikTok, but I actually do want to watch it. Because honestly, like, I don't know what number this is of her going on SNL. I know she's been on it plenty of times before, but she kills it every single time.
Yeah.
Every single time with her impressions and, like, just the singing. And, like, I feel like she's actually really, really funny. And so everything I've been seeing has been hilarious. So I think I'm going to watch that later tonight.
Wow. Though we just have totally different For You pages. Like, I've never seen any of that on mine.
Every time I, like, take a break from TikTok and I don't go on it for a few days, my For You page is completely screwed up.
Different. Yeah.
Yeah, there's shit always on there where I'm like, I don't know how or why this is on here, because I've never been really interested in this at all. But okay, sounds good. So that's pretty much like all I've been seeing today is, but I do love SNL, so I feel like that's probably why I've been seeing a lot of it, is because SNL stuff always does come up on my For You page, and like Ariana Grande just did this past weekend, so that's why I'm assuming that it's on there. But honestly, I kind of am excited about the movie because I just feel like it looks really cool. Too, I feel like since I don't know anything about it, going into it will be like a nice surprise.
No, I agree, because I didn't even know anything about it until I saw Target launch their Wicked-inspired Stanleys.
Really?
And I was like, wait, what's happening?
I was going to say, and then too, I mean, I've known about it because they've been doing press and everything for this movie for over a year now. And I only know that because Ariana Grande, and then I'm so bad, I think the other actress's name is Cynthia. I could be so very wrong. But they've been, basically any red carpet, anything, they go together, and like they are pretty much like in their colors, like green and pink. So, I mean, like, I've known about the movie for a really long time because, like, their press, like, I'm telling, like, they don't go anywhere without each other. Like, they are always on the carpet together. They walk to the Met Gala together. All of this. And I don't know. Again, I'm so sorry if I don't know anything about it, but it looks pretty interesting.
You know more than me.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm not a musical person, so I don't know. But speaking on musicals, did you ever see not the original, but the Joker movie that came out a few years ago with, I forget the guy's name, but it was like the really dark Joker movie?
No, I feel like I don't watch like any of that stuff.
I only saw it because it won like a crap ton of awards, but I saw it in theaters like with my roommates. But I know they made the second one, or like there's a second one with Lady Gaga that came out, and apparently they didn't tell anyone it was a musical, and apparently the whole thing was just music numbers, and everyone's pissed.
Yeah, so I remember that one, like the most recent one that just came out with Lady Gaga and it being the musical, and everyone was like, what the hell is this? We didn't know. Like, yes, they said musical, like, very lightly, but we did not know it would be like a full-on, like, break out into dancing songs kind of thing,
which
and they got a lot of backlash for that.
Insane, because the first one was actually, like, I mean, it was a really dark, like, heavy movie to watch, but it was phenomenal. Like, the acting in it was so good. Like, it was like an award-winning movie, and like as you watched it, you're like, absolutely, this is an award-winning movie. Like, it is so good. So that's like very unfortunate that this new one tanked.
Yeah, no, I haven't watched any of them and don't really plan to watch any of them, but I do kind of want to see Wicked after you talking about it. And I mean, it's such a big, huge thing that everyone talks about and everyone wants to see the musical.
Which, and two, it's like, I love The Wizard of Oz, which I know it's completely different.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I've really only ever seen one musical that like I love, and that was Les Mis. but I'm not in the musical. I'm not versed in that. I never even did choir in middle school or high school, so I have absolutely no idea about any of it. But I don't know, it just looks cute.
Yeah. No, I'd love to see even a trailer. I haven't freaking seen anything about it, so maybe I'll do that after this.
Yeah,
and see
no, look it
what
up.
it's all about.
Okay. It's, I don't know. That was one thing I just wanted to mention because I don't really know much about it, but it looked pretty cute. There's also...
I'll watch it.
I feel like I've actually learned a lot in the past 24 hours on TikTok. I didn't realize that Disney is making a second Lion King, like live action Lion King, called Mufasa.
I had no idea about that.
Yeah, saw it on TikTok this weekend. Or yesterday.
What?
Comes out on Thanksgiving. Comes out literally in a few weeks.
A few weeks.
And I had no idea that they were making it. I have not seen a single thing about it. And then I randomly somehow ended up, like, Disney, like, itself posted something, and then somehow I ended up on the page. And I was scrolling. It was, like, one of the first, I think it was one of the pinned ones. I clicked on it, and they started releasing stuff back in, like, well, probably even before that, but back in April. And I'm like, oh, this literally comes out in, like, a month.
God, I feel like I'm so behind, and I don't want to because I love going to the freaking movies. But I just feel like if it's not, like, a funny, like, rom-com or, like, romantic, or it just, like, goes over my head, and I don't even pay attention to literally anything.
Well, I feel like, too, I don't know, it's like we're definitely only being fed, like, certain things. Like, for some reason, I'm being fed Wicked stuff. I, again, don't know why.
You're their target audience.
But, like, what movie? The Anyone But You movie? Holy crap, that shit was shoved down my throat.
I loved it.
But before, it was, I mean, I love the movie, but, like, before, I was kind of like, holy shit, like, this is annoying. Like, how much is being shoved down my throat. But then it's like, there's all these other movies, and I'm like, I haven't even heard of that. Like, what is that even about? Like, there's this one that was in theaters. I don't know if it still is. What's it called? Like My Old Ass? Or something. Apparently it's like this
old ass?
Yeah, or something like My Old Ass. Like, literally, that's what it's called. I could be wrong. But apparently it's like this really good, hilarious movie. I don't even know what it's about.
I've never even heard of that whatsoever.
Here, let me look it up, because I swear I'm not, like, insane.
Like ASS?
Yeah, My Old Ass. It has... Yeah, My Old Ass. It's... I'm pretty sure still in theaters. 92% on Rotten Tomatoes. Like... insane ratings. And it has who does it have in it? It has the Aubrey Plaza girl, Maddie Ziegler, in it. Apparently it's hilarious. And I didn't see, like, one thing about it.
What?
It's about I don't really know, again, what it's about, but it's, like, this girl, she's, like, visited by, like, her future self, and that's Aubrey Plaza, and she's, like, helping her, like, coaching her through life. I don't know, I probably just made that shit up, but...
I've never heard of this before.
Yep.
Ever.
Yep, but it has some fantastic reviews. But I'm like, again, I'm not being fed this stuff, so, like...
Yeah. I mean, maybe, like, their marketing budget just isn't as big. I mean, there are some movies where, like you said, it is shoved down your throat, and I'm counting down the days till it's released. And then other ones, I'm like, who?
Yeah.
What?
I don't know. Or, I mean, too, that's even, like, on Netflix. Or, like, I mean, honestly, like, all of the viral shows on TikTok, it's like, I'm only watching it because, like, literally everyone is posting about it, so I need to, like, be in the know. But now I'm like, okay, I've pretty much caught up on everything that's been, like, trending, so I'm like, what do I watch now?
Tell me lies, but you won't.
I don't know, I tried.
It's so good. Like, this is one that's being released weekly, and, like, I count down the seconds.
But then it's like, okay, if I watch it, I'm gonna get, like, I could potentially, like, really get into it. But then am I gonna have to wait another 4 freaking years for season 3 to come out?
Yep.
I'm going to totally lose interest. Like, that's the thing. It's like, I need
I know,
it to
but
be,
it's
like,
so good.
consecutive. Like, yes, obviously, it's going to take a while for, like, the next one to come out, like, the next season. But it's like, if it is over a year for our next season to come out, I'm out. I'm
Yeah.
out.
But I feel like that's with, like, everything. Oh, another freaking thing that just came out that, yes, like, you've seen it, like, here and there, and I know you were never, like, a big fan of them. Outer Banks. But that has totally fallen off.
Oh, yeah.
Literally totally fallen off.
I saw that today on Netflix that a new season came out. I was like,
Yeah.
I haven't seen any commercials for it, nothing.
Yeah, and I freaking love Outer Banks. I was an Outer Banks lover. But now, like, that it's out, I'm like, maybe I'll watch it.
Like, I don't really
if I
care.
have nothing else to watch. Yeah, it took too long.
That's like,
And it's just too much. Like, you should have stopped when you found the gold, whatever. And
okay, yeah.
stopped.
And again, shows like that, like, I'm sorry. I just, like, really have to have them, like, fully loop me in and, like, keep me going.
Yeah.
Yellowstone.
Oh, I lost interest.
Well,
I never even finished, like, the whole thing
No,
that they have out.
neither did I. I didn't even get close to it. But, like, I started it because every single person is like, this is the greatest show I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Oh my God, there's nothing like it. I started watching it. I was like, this is overhyped. Because I don't see what y'all are talking about. Like, it's a good show. It is. The acting is good. But I'm like, it's definitely not the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. No, that's another one that just, like, fell off, and it was just, like, too much. I'm like, yeah, I'm out. And then they made, like, a ton of spin-offs, and I'm like, yeah, I'm out.
Yeah.
Too much.
Yeah. And two, when you start getting into spin-offs, I'm like, I can't do it. I truly cannot do it. Which I guess brings me to my last thing about TV shows and movies and stuff, which I feel like the last 3 episodes we've talked about. It's all I have going on in my life right now, so.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Mendez brothers, it's like obviously a very true story. They murdered their parents, and there was like a whole lot of drama and stuff that like went on with their trial. So there was a like series released, a limited time series released on Netflix about, you know, the brothers and just everything that transpired. But it was so very like untrue from what everyone is talking about, because basically like there's a whole lot of stuff that like goes into like that went into the trial where, you know, they had a full trial and then it mistrialed, so it was brought to court again, because, you know, the boys basically said that they ended up killing their parents because they were like abused sexually, mentally, physically, like by their parents for their entire life. And then the second time they were brought to court, they were told they can't bring that, like they can't talk about any of that in the case. So then basically by taking that out, all there is to it pretty much is just like they just murdered their parents, but with no backstory as to like, you know, everything that like led up to it and whatnot. And they basically in like the second trial were just painted as like rich, greedy kids that killed their parents for money. Because they were rich Beverly Hill, like they were like a rich Beverly Hill family, I guess in the entertainment business. I haven't really watched the show, but then something else got released on Netflix, like a full documentary series about the boys and the case and everything. So I honestly, like, I really want to dive into that and like watch them, because I mean, it has been, I feel like, all over the news. I also feel like almost every podcast I've listened to has touched on it. And just like how, especially with like the series, like the limited series, how everyone is kind of pissed at the director and the direction that he chose to go with the show, because they like brought in statements from like the parents. Obviously the parents are dead, so, you know, they can't actually like all of that information was just totally made up, but it doesn't, it like paints the case in like all sorts of lights and like makes the kids out to be like the, you know, bad, really, really bad. Obviously murdering parents is not okay in any sense. But like all of these celebrities are speaking out. Like Kim Kardashian wrote a whole essay on like the brothers and like their life and like what they went through and why no one took them seriously, because their case apparently is like up to be re-looked at. I don't know the official terms, to like potentially consider their release, because they've
so I mean, this is one thing that has been all over my TikTok.
Yeah.
And my friends have been talking about it. I haven't watched
Neither have
literally
I.
anything of anything. I didn't even know what it was about until like I kind of got into it on TikTok. So I'm curious to watch everything and see how things are like painted and everything. But I heard that, soon they're going to have a retrial. And I think they've served like 34 years.
Yeah.
I mean, they're old.
They have been, because they were sentenced to life without parole. At first, they were they were given the death penalty, and then I think that like their final ruling was just life without parole. Like basically, they'll die in prison, but not at the hands of the death penalty. And yeah, I mean, a lot of people are like, this is just insane that all this stuff could be released. But I actually did read part of Kim Kardashian's essay about them and their case, and I actually have to say it was really well written. It was
Really?
Oh yeah, it actually was like, damn, like that was really good. And I mean, that was just kind of like, that's crazy. But I mean, obviously she's, studying law, so but it was, I mean, it was sorry,
I was about to say, like, since she is studying law, a lawyer, I don't know what you consider passing the baby bar or what even is that, I don't know. But anyways, I saw this one thing on TikTok too that's like, I don't understand like how this is fair or how there hasn't been a law created of some sort. Like, let's look at Gypsy Rose. She basically did the same thing. Like, yes, she didn't do the doing, but she plotted it. She basically hired a hitman to kill her mother because her mother was abusing her as well. So it's just crazy that there are just like so many different playing fields when it comes to all of this. So I mean, I bet that retrial is going to be aired everywhere and everyone is going to know about it.
Probably. I mean, yeah, 100%. But I definitely, like I said, want to like watch everything and kind of read up, because again, one other thing that I read about them was, I mean, their like prison record has been completely spotless. Like they both finished college and then got like multiple other degrees, and then basically have like done all this stuff like while they've been in prison, and like have truly been like role model prisoners. So I'm just very intrigued for them to like reopen the case and look into everything out again. Because I just feel like everything's crazy. And so everyone, again, is like watching the series and they're like, literally all of this is made up. And people are watching it trying to gather the information about what happened, and it's so false. So I'm intrigued.
That's one thing I want to sit down and watch, and we'll have to freaking talk about it as we watch through all of this, because I've heard so many different takes on literally all of it. So I'm curious to like make my own opinion and what I think is right and wrong, because there have been a ton of people on social media like coming out saying like, no, these brothers are sick in the head. Like, who could sit there and murder their parents?
Which 100%.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then, there's like the stories of, okay, well, did they make up their abuse, or was it like actually true? But then like there's some family members that have come out and been like, no, like the boys were abused by their parents for years. And like the family, like some extended family, have been like working to try to get them out as well. So I'm just like, everything, like, it's a crazy story. I mean, obviously it's an insane story. And yeah, I just, especially because it's probably, things are going to start happening soon too. So I just think, I mean, of course it's great timing that all of this stuff comes out on Netflix, and their trial is approaching. So
yeah, crazy. I mean, to even do this like short series, like limited edition series, like that obviously means something is in the works. They
Right?
didn't just pick this to pick it, and it just so happens to come out around this time. So that's something we'll have to keep up to date and see if they have like a live trial when it comes down to it. Because I know tons of people, you know, in today's world, that is a live trial of everything.
I know, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I just wonder what they'll have to say.
I know.
Like after all these years.
I know. I don't know. It'll be very interesting. Oh my God, that just reminds me of the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp trial. When that was going on, I know we've probably talked about this like God a year ago or whenever it happened. Did you like ever watch the live feeds of it? Because I did.
No.
Oh my, I totally did. It was insane.
Really?
Insane.
I don't doubt it.
Insane.
I feel like both of them are a little cuckoo, but
Yeah. No, she was cuckoo. 1,000%. She was
oh yeah.
crazy.
I remember seeing clips of her and I was like, oh my God, what is happening right
No,
now?
literally crazy. That's funny. I feel like if I were to ever be a lawyer, I'd want to be like in court dealing with like the criminals.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. But it's also like I could never stand for someone who like
Yeah.
you know
Oh,
they
no.
did it.
I also can't argue for anything, so I would be the worst lawyer ever.
I feel like I could be a lawyer for sure.
Yeah, you probably could. I couldn't. I just like,
I feel like
whatever.
I would just come down to like being too emotional though. So that's off the table.
True.
I would get like too connected to it
I was
all.
about to tell you, speaking of emotional, and I'm still talking about TV. Literally yesterday, like obviously I just laid on my ass all day, but I was like watching my show, Hell on Wheels.
Oh my God.
I think I cried for like 4 hours straight. I don't know
No
what
way.
season I am, but just to warn, when you get further into the seasons, all these people will be dying.
Tearjerker?
Oh my God. Yes. I was like, I have to turn this off because I literally cannot stop crying. I'm like, it's like,
You said I'm getting a headache.
no, I was
Damn
like, this is just insane. I was like, this is a little bit of too much emotional turmoil. Like, I need to watch something funny now.
That's when you get on TikTok and you just start scrolling.
Well, sometimes TikTok makes it worse.
Yeah, sometimes, dude, I felt yesterday I got on TikTok and I was just crying at the most random stuff.
Yeah.
Just crying.
Sometimes it just really gets you.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? Or I'm just like an emotional ball right now, so.
Yeah, I feel that too, for no reason. I'm like, I feel like I haven't cried in a while, so why not?
I'm like, I feel like I cry all the time, but I'm like, I feel like I haven't really cried. You know, like a good boo-hoo cry.
Yep, no, I feel that.
Honestly, it just kind of sounds nice. Just a
Just
boo-hoo.
like let it all out and just be like, oh, okay, now I can sleep soundly.
Yeah. Like, so boo-hoo, you look in the mirror and like your eyes are swollen shut.
Yeah. God, that's the worst though. Wake up in the morning, I'm like, oh my God.
And you're like,
I look like
whoa.
shit.
God. Okay, another thing, and then we can probably wrap it up, unless you have anything else to add.
No, I literally don't. I wish I did.
I know, sorry, this episode's just so random. My skin
Oh, mine as well.
my skin has not broken out like this in over a year. It is so bad right now. I don't know why. I mean, the only thing I can think of is like, you know, potentially like stress from everything.
What's that to say?
Like,
just
leading
stress
up.
and
But I am like, this cannot stay. This has to go.
yeah. I know exactly why my face is breaking out. Exactly why. So I just need to eat healthy and get my ass in the gym, which I haven't. So it's only my fault. So here I am, hating myself once again. I feel like shit because I eat like shit. I feel like shit because I don't work out. And I look like shit because my face is broken out. Like,
No,
let's solve our issues.
it is like truly like my face is so broken out, and it has not done this in over a year. And I'm like, I don't know what is happening, what's going on. I've not changed a single thing. And I'm getting really pissed off.
No, I know. Sometimes it just happens that way, though. And it's like, then you try to, like, change things in your routine, and then it just, like, breaks out more. I'm like, oh, perfect.
Yeah.
You're still beautiful. Don't worry. You look amazing.
So are you. Well, I think that wraps up all of my random thoughts.
No, yeah, I think this is a good one. I feel like I've been on a TV kick, guys, which, like, I'm never on a TV kick.
Me too, but I really haven't been doing anything, which is, like, all I've been doing is watching TV, pretty much.
Yeah, no, sometimes you need that. And I'm going to go start that whatever documentary series, whatever you want to call it.
The like, series, so apparently there's a documentary, like, 2. I don't know what that's called, but the series is called Monsters.
Yes.
I think it's
on
like
Netflix, right?
Yeah, I think it's like number 2 on Netflix right now, or number 2 or 3. So yeah, I know I'm gonna watch it too. Everyone,
you haven't started it?
Everyone go watch it. Everyone now. I tried to watch it today, like when I was sitting down and eating lunch, but then I was like, okay, if I start watching this, I'm not gonna get up, and I have so much laundry to do, so I had to like stop.
Smart decision.
Yeah, I stopped, and like a lot of times too, I like try to watch something when I do laundry, but like today I was like, no, like I have to get this shit done because it has been so long since I've actually like did my laundry properly. So
right.
I had to sit down and do that.
Okay, well, we'll watch it.
Yeah.
We'll keep each other up to date, and then we will update y'all as well to see what we think, and hopefully keep updated on hopefully the trial that's going to come to light of this, and see how all of that goes down.
Yes. Well, thank you for listening to our random thoughts of the day, and we love you all so very much.
Bye, guys. See y'all next week.
Bye.